Hey guys, what is up? Green Machine Sam. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, if you guys enjoy this content, please like, comment, and subscribe. It shows me support and it shows me that you want to see more of this content. Today we are taking on the New England Patriots. We are 1-0 after beating the Eagles on smaller quarter sizes. So the quarters are correct this time, but as the team comes out of the tunnel and gets ready for the game, they are looking all nice. We're rocking the normal helmets with the red jerseys, red pants, white socks, and white cleats. I think this might actually be our home uniforms for this year. They look clean as fuck, so I just wish the Cardinals incorporated a little bit more black. So we are going to be taking on the New England Patriots, and of course Tom Brady is still there technically. He wouldn't really go anywhere else unless the Patriots just don't have money. The only time you'll ever see him leave the Patriots in a franchise mode is if the New England Patriots don't have money. That's pretty cool. So after coming off a pretty impressive Week 1 performance, we're coming into this game. But like I said, it was short in quarters, so it did change a little bit of how the CPU would play the game. They didn't really stick to the run game. They didn't really stick to anything that they were doing successfully. So hopefully they try that a little bit better as Matt Hawkins gets to set this underway. Starting off on defense here, the Pats will go with a halfback draw to James White. These two running backs don't really scare me necessarily, but I know they can always work well because they are with the Patriots. And when you're with the Patriots, you're more than likely a decent enough player, and if you play by their scheme, you're going to get good plays. I'm not really worried about Tom Brady either throwing the football. I think he's just going to be old and a little bit more inaccurate. I don't think he's going to quite have the power to push it down the field. But then again, you never know. It is Madden, so he can probably do whatever the fuck he wants and get away with it. The team looking real nice. The biggest problem, I think, is Yawan Bentley, and probably we don't have a huge defensive tackle presence. I think those are two positions that I would love to upgrade in this next season. Yawan Bentley probably isn't at the top of the list because we do have people that we can simply plug and play, whether it's CGJ or multiple other people. The biggest thing this week is going to be our pass defense. We let up a lot of big catches late in the game last week, especially to tight ends. So if the Pats don't really have a great tight end, we should be fine. I'm going to look to get Joe Mixon and the running backs just more involved, get them the ball enough, especially with long quarters. We definitely can. That was one of the biggest problems last week, as Joe Mixon will run ahead for a couple yards there. And like I said, I want to stick with more of this traditional like pistol with double tight ends because it just seems like Joe Mixon runs it a little bit more. I will mix it up and go into the shotgun. Jordan Howard here getting a carry. Jordan Howard really impressed this game. You guys will see why. He's always been one of my favorite running backs to run with in Madden. He just has like a decent enough speed and a decent enough juke and like trucking ability that he's always been good. But then again, Madden has disrespected him a lot. I understand he didn't play well in his last season with the Bears or even last year with the Eagles. But when he's like a top 5 running back in terms of yards, 3 out of his first 3 years, it's kind of ridiculous that he only got up to like an 83. So, but then again, they have their reasonings. He wasn't a great pass catcher, but still. As we go into the shotgun formation, dropping back to pass, catching it, throwing it to Christian Kirk, making the catch. Probably should have went with a rack there. I was just hoping that the linebacker didn't step over and put his hand up, and he didn't. So these folks, I'll always find somebody, and O.J. Howard is probably one of my later checkdowns. His linebackers just don't play those zones correctly, in my opinion, and I've consistently complained about it because, no offense, if somebody's sitting in your zone, you're not just going to sit back in your zone and just say, hey, fuck it, have this little portion of the field, why don't you? I don't know how much I'm going to commentate on this. We might just like leave it at like 5 to 10 minutes or something, depending on how I feel. But as we stop the Pats, like I said, I will be cutting out plays that do not matter or do not show up very well. Like if it's just like an incomplete pass, I guess an incomplete pass because Tom Brady fucking threw it away. Not showing. If it's us making a good play, then I'll show it. You know, stuff like that. As Jerome Baker, I think, came up with that tackle. Something I would love to get going is punt returns a little bit more. I need to find a consistent way of doing it without having to, like, sacrifice a whole ton. Just like here, you see me, like, sacrifice a couple yards and then get back upfield, which means I didn't really get many to begin with, but it was like a 6-yard return anyway. They're just all over Joe Mixon whenever he runs. Like, whenever he runs, they're just right there. They're like, we're going to get you now. But whenever it's fucking Jordan Howard, they're like, whatever. Like, Andy Isabella will take off and make a couple defenders miss and be off to the races. He's gone. You know, Andy Isabella, you know, they're not going to fucking catch him after he gets that much separation. So, making a 14-3 game thinking that we're already pulling ahead. Let's go ahead and keep it that way. Brian Murphy and Hassan Reddick there. Hassan Reddick, one of the most underrated players in the whole entire league after he had an amazing season and turned into a superstar X Factor. He played super well last year. He played out of his mind last year, and that's amazing for us because we needed that defensive presence. Now we just got to play better defense. But we can't be sitting here letting these guys get those type of games. If I have to, I'll start going on the D-line and maybe trying to control the middle and letting the backers do whatever they want. But for right now, I'm going to continue to try to, you know, I guess you could classify that as my zone right there that we just let up, but whatever. It's not that big of a deal. I think the safety should have stepped down. I don't see any reason of you standing in the end zone is a smart idea. Like, no offense, if they get to the end zone and then you start running with them, it's only 10 yards, you should be able to close it off. As Sony Michel will walk in for a touchdown, basically. Another big thing is offensive guard. I think Billy Price really has to step it up. That whole right side needs to step it up. I think we found everybody on the left side and at center. Those positions are sealed for a while. Mike Gesicki has been a wonderful addition to the team. Still can't believe he was in free agency. As we'll pitch it outside Joe Mixon, and I'll stumble because why the fuck not? I just started playing so bad right here, and you'll see. Okay, Howard coming down with the catch in traffic. Gonna go with the run here. Doing it to Joe Mixon, as Quentin Nelson just doesn't come off in time. But we still do pick up a decent chunk of yards there. 11 for 39, not great, not particularly bad either. I mean, it is, but we just can't find anybody. Everybody was covered. They covered the streaks well in the curl. As Hassan Reddick will come up and make the tackle at the 8-yard line. Jawan Bentley's just not fast enough, and that's, I think, our biggest problem. It isn't even his pass coverage being bad, it's just him just not being fast enough to make those types of plays. Now, I understand I took a kind of bad angle. I should probably try to get to the outside and force him back in, but I was just trying to go for the tackle, trying to get him down, and so it's a little bit of both. I'm still not the greatest player. I'm never going to be. I'm never going to be a top 10 player, top 100 player. So I hope I do make some good content for you guys as well. And so throw to the sideline and get it to Emmanuel Sanders. If you remember, Emmanuel Sanders was also on the team, as well as Vernon Davis, their tight end. So two of their main players are actually from the Cardinals in the preseason. So we are facing teams that we traded with. I think we play the Seahawks next week. I don't think I traded with them. I'm not quite sure if we play, I think, the Packers, because I know I traded a couple players to them, as well as some other positions as well some other teams, I mean. As we just decided to take the rest of the time off the clock, so mixing running here for 10. We know we can pass. It just really comes down to do we turn the ball over, and can we get the run game going when we need it. If we can get those things done, I think we can easily win games, and I think it'll become a lot easier for us. As Andy Isabella will pick up, I think it's only second catch of the day. Lord Howard running ahead. Like I said, I've always liked him. I like David Montgomery, even though he's a little slower. I don't really love that he's super slow. I loved Jeremy Langford when he was on. Now you may be saying those are all Bears running backs. Of course, you'll love them. But they're not the fastest guys. They're not the strongest guys. They're not the most elusive guys. Like, they're so, like, just, I guess, balanced in a way that they're just fun to use. And they're not super, like, overpowered and shit. And I think that's what makes a running back fun, is, like, you having to challenge yourself. Now, it's a challenge if you don't have a fucking O-line like we did last year, and Joe Mixon can't get anything going, but all the sliders did get changed a little bit. Most of them did get dropped one from my side, so I just figured it was fair. I don't know if it was this game or after this game that we did the slider change. I forgot to record it, but nonetheless, we did change the sliders. As Brian Murphy will come up with a toe drag on the sideline pick. He's been playing very well, and I think he's going to be very good this year, especially with Jeffrey Okudah on the other side and not Josh Jackson this year. If you'll hear my chair squeak for some fucking reason. Yeah, with Josh Jackson being on the bench and Jeffrey Okudah being out there, I think this could easily change the fate of our defensive backs, as well as Grant Delpit being out there. Don't get me wrong, Deontay Thompson was fine, CGJ was awesome, but getting those other guys out there will definitely improve the team. And for the next 4 years, we got decent people on contracts that aren't going to cost a whole ton. The biggest problem might be Budda Baker in a couple years, and probably Hassan Reddick as well. We'll have to sign. We do have some people that we have to sign, but as you may have seen, we had like $100 mil. I'm not quite sure how much we have now. It's probably close to that still. We had like $130 mil. Like, nobody was on contract besides like Pat Pete and Ali Marpet are two guys that were on contract. So it's not gonna, and our first round picks, but they don't really cost much in the first couple of years. So yeah. So we have plenty of money. I think our biggest issue is once a lot of these guys do start coming off contracts, we're going to have to pay a lot of them. So we'll probably have to make some moves. But I'm not too worried about that. We still have seasons to go. We still have years to go. And by that time, hopefully we'll be winning a Super Bowl. And hopefully by that time, the series will be coming to an end. I'm hoping to win a Super Bowl within 100 episodes. And I'm also hoping that we don't have to force, content. I think once we win our second Super Bowl, or once we start playing 15-1, because we have a beast of an ass team, that's I think when it's officially going to be over. As Andy Isabella just takes off again. As you guys saw, I did make the thumbnail Kyler Murray. I think Kyler Murray was just more impressive. He had a perfect passer performance this game, as you'll see. It is getting close to the end of the game. We have about 4 minutes left, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it. He did have a perfect passing game, passer rating game. He had an amazing game. First game where it's like no picks, over, I think, 300 yards and like a couple touchdowns. So it had to go to him. I wanted to give it to Isabella, but Isabella can have always games like this. He had 2 very big games. I'm going to save it for when he drops 7 catches for 150 yards. Another close was Byron Murphy. He could have gotten it because of the interception and a couple good tackles here. But still. I honest to God thought that was going to be a touchdown right there. They missed the throw here. He's going to be using on Deontay Thompson, and I see that he's running that stupid fucking tight end route. So just go ahead and jump that user lurk. Deontay Thompson gets one of his first picks of his career, if not his first. Probably could have cut out that play. Joe Mixon didn't really do anything. This is probably one of my favorite sets, is the tight end in the backfield like that. I always think it's cool because he can like just slip out, and he doesn't have to get pressed or anything. Yeah, see, Jordan Howard is just a fucking man of a running back. I should have went with the truck here. I remember looking at that play afterwards and being like, I should have went with the truck, because I think I could have gotten it. Even if I don't get it correctly, he probably picks up an extra 2 yards just by like falling over the dude, but Team Grant here with a little bit of a run. Again with another run from Team Grant. So yeah, all the running backs, like I said, are getting some action today. Jordan Howard running outside. Stephon Gilmore's a very good tackler, so it's hard to get past him, especially without like a fast, speedy guy, like a John Ross, like a Team Grant. As we'll go on defense, probably for one of the last times of the game. Tom Brady's going to try to push the ball a little bit here, force us to make a play, and he'll dump it off to White this time. Going to play some zone here. I think zone was definitely working for us. Try to jump that. Grant Delpit gets in front instead of behind. Not going to get it that way. I hate when it turns you on the wrong guy. Like, that guy is not closest. He's fucking 6 yards. The other dude's 4 yards. Change me to the guy that's closest. Like, they're just moving the ball. But with 2 seconds left, that's game. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you guys like this content. I should have a roster update coming out. Draft classes are getting done as I speak. Just keep on the lookout. I thank you guys for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.